Dude, a lot of chaos. A lot of chaos. A lot of chaos. A lot of hope. We're going to look at a little bit of both. I want to start off with something I found on Instagram because, guys, like, obviously Trump is ramping up this ICE shit. I do have a tweet going very viral right now that is part of this. We're gonna watch it. This is a story that deserves to be told. This is from January 9th. This is the voice of a mother in Minneapolis recounting a story of something that happened in proximity to these ICE agents. Okay? All right? Because, guys, there's like what's getting reported and there's what's not getting reported. And like a lot of stuff is getting reported in Minneapolis and a lot of people are, you know, seeing this shit. But a lot of what's getting reported in Minneapolis, guys, is the news showing like, ooh, a spray painted car or a car with broken windows. But like, there's a lot of shit going on that like the residents of Minneapolis are experiencing and they are telling their stories. And this is not even the stuff that like these influencers are following. This shit is happening everywhere. Guys, there are like 2,000 ICE agents. There are gangs of these guys in the suburbs. They are all over the city. And so much of this stuff is like not getting seen.
We witnessed this young woman who was probably like, I don't know, 20 years old. Super young. And she was in the laundromat parking lot. And she pulled out her phone to record, but like she was at the wrong place at the wrong time. She was like right directly next to the agents because, you know, she was in the parking lot. Like I'm assuming she had used the laundromat. And one of the agents, like she got really close to one of the agents and he grabbed her by the head, smashed her head against the hood of the vehicle and said to her, "I will fucking shoot you in the head." Like, this is not in a war zone. We were like at a laundromat in the suburbs of Minnesota. Like, we were not, you know, we were in a normal place. There was at that time probably 30 observers. You know, there was people there that were watching. The agents knew they were being watched. They knew they were being observed. And I like still have chills thinking about it because my first thought was, despite the fact that they were being videotaped and that we had them on videotape, that she had them on videotape,
they're still doing it.
No fear of the repercussions.
None.
Because they knew they would have had none. They would have none.
See, that is like, guys, I know there was a report tonight of that 55-year-old Cuban man who died in Texas. The point being is they're behaving like this when they know everyone is filming them. What are they doing when there's no fucking cameras around? Okay? I mean, this is insane. This is beyond like normal policing. These are literally like ruthless fucking slave patrols, Nazi Gestapo in the streets where, you know, 50 citizens are filming them and they're putting guns to their head and smashing out their windows and punching them in the face right in front of the fucking cameras. I mean, it is outrageous, man, and it's got to stop. Now, I do want to share something with you that is something of hope. We listened to a little bit of depression right there and kind of the reality of what's going on in Minnesota, okay? There is some other shit we should look at. Like, I do have this viral tweet from this little interview. This is Paul Birdsong. He's the chairman of the Black Panthers in Philadelphia. Okay, now, you may have seen these guys. I had forgotten what this guy's name is, but I had seen him on TikTok. There are a lot of videos of these guys. Basically, they are a socialist Black Panther group in Philadelphia that patrol the streets of Philadelphia with guns to protect the residents from the police there and to make sure that the local police in Philadelphia are accountable for their actions. Now, I want to walk you through a little information before we watch his video, because the Black Panthers became very active in the 60s, okay? And they were a militant group that was about protecting their communities from over-policing, okay? And they started open carrying when it was legal. Now, guys, you need to know that the current Republicans loving the Second Amendment and the NRA, they were not like that. In the 60s and 70s and even into the Reagan years, the Republicans wanted gun control, and they were pro-gun control because they had a problem with the Black Panthers. Once the Black Panthers started open carrying guns and patrolling the neighborhoods, the Republicans became gun control fans. And then they disarmed the Black Panthers, and they disarmed like all of the militant groups that were standing up to the police. Now, once these people were disarmed, and once they went into minority neighborhoods with crack cocaine in the 80s, and then they went in and over-policed them and started 3 strikes laws and putting all the people of color in prison in the 80s and fucking 90s, then they became anti-gun control, and they allowed all the white people to arm up. Okay, so the Republicans have engaged in a like a systematic disarming of the people of color. Then they infested their neighborhoods with drugs, and then they fucking criminalized the tiniest behaviors to imprison them. And then they were like, now we love guns. Let's get all the white people owning guns. And it's one of the biggest fucking cons that has ever had in the American political landscape. Okay? But now Paul Birdsong here had a few choice words about the Philadelphia Black Panthers and what he thinks about ICE. This is the fucking energy we need. As you see, this tweet is going bonkers. Okay, this shit is going nuts. Dude, even Tom Morello from Rage Against the Machine. Dude, I gotta share this because I love me some Rage Against the Machine, but our fucking boy Tom Morello even gave us a little shout out earlier. Dude, we love to see it. Where are you, Tommy boy? Right there, where he says, oh, look, a real don't tread on me, guys. Suckers. Let's go. Dude, Tommy Morello, baby. Peace up, dude. Dude, I'm big fan of Rage's politics, boss. But, all right, you ready? Dude, he finds, Tom Morello keeps finding my tweets, boss. He does. I love it. Dude, he's an amazing guitarist, smart guy, and a real activist, dude. That whole band, fucking brilliant. But let's watch this. You ready? I watched this, and I realized that we're not alone, guys. We're not alone. All right? We are not alone.
Won't no ICE agent ever run up on me. I guarantee you they won't. I'll put a hole in their chest the size of a window. Safe line repair, safe line replace. That's what's going to happen. They touch me. Unarmed woman was killed by ICE. If you think you're about to come and brutalize the people while we're standing here, fuck around and find out. Our interactions with the police and ICE, and we hold them accountable. We hold them accountable. We patrol the community and we hold them accountable. The Black Panther Party for Self-Defense, we're the same Panther Party from back in the day, but we're a little more aggressive now, you dig? Carry bigger guns and we don't take no shit. Places where there are a lot of immigrants at, I think that the community around them needs to take special care to them and needs to start escorting them to and from everywhere to make sure that they're safe. Because them ICE agents ain't going to act like that if it's a bunch of people standing outside with assault rifles and shotguns. It's a semi-automatic shotgun. That means them shotgun shells that shoot out of a pump, they shoots them rapidly. If you are going to legally arm yourself with something bigger than what they got. Those who serve in the public, they should be fearful of the public. They should be fearful that the public's going to be dissatisfied with their job that they're doing, not feeling like they're tyrants, not feeling like they're bullies because they got guns and body armor and walkie-talkies. That makes them immune to whatever the people would do. I think you want to correct the ideology of the pig and the mentality of the slave catcher. You meet them with equal force. All power to the motherfucking people.
Dude, what he says right there, right? The party says here, you want to correct the ideology of the pig and the mentality of the slave catcher, right? You fucking meet them with equal force, right? And guys, the thing about this is nobody wants to have a civil war. Nobody wants to go to war. Nobody wants to use force. But I'll be damned if we're going to just roll over and let some group of goons that are, given carte blanche by Donald Trump, we're not going to roll over for these guys. You know what I'm saying? We are not going to roll over for these guys. And I mean, we may be approaching the times where every neighborhood has to put together coalitions like this to protect ourselves. I don't know, man. When I heard this, I was like, dude, that is the energy I want to see summoned. It's really powerful. And now, again, if you look up like Chairman Birdsong on TikTok or the Philly Black Panthers, there are videos of these guys previously. Like, this is the video I'd seen before.
You ain't gonna watch me again. Shut your ass up. You better not.
Right? Where there was some issues with the cops harassing people in a neighborhood in Philly, and some of the Black Panthers showed up and gave them the 411 about this. Because, guys, as we know, the communities of color have been over-policed and abusively policed for generations. So these movements like the Black Panthers and stuff, they grew out of like these areas of oppression where they started patrolling their own communities to protect their citizens from the government, from the police, AKA, the police were the slave catchers.
Give to like my generation, the younger generation, or just any generation.
Legally arm yourselves and unify, or else you will die. And I mean that in the literal sense. You see on the news all the time, Renee, everybody say her name, Renee. Right? She just got shot in the face by ICE, right? This is a real thing, and they're not gonna stop. And the more they hurt people and get away with it, the more they're going to get that momentum to keep going. So everybody needs to unify and come together, and everybody needs to arm themselves, right? Because the revolution is in the barrel of a gun, whether you believe it or not. You want to be comfortable and you want to be nice. You don't want no confrontation. Look, 𝗙𝗎𝗄 said it the best. Anybody without a gun is either a slave or they're about to be one, So, and people worried about people being scared of them. 𝗙𝗎𝗄 also said this when somebody asked him, don't you think the Black Panther Party is scary? Don't you think it's scaring people? He said, my people have been the ones afraid. Hey, sister, we got free groceries over here. Free hot soup and free clothes. He said, my people be the one afraid for hundreds of years. So if you're saying people scared of us now, that's a compliment. That means we're doing something right. You know what I'm saying? Would you rather be scared of ICE? Would you rather be scared of the slave catcher, the police? Would you rather be scared of the government forces that are working against the people? Or would you rather be them scared to mess with you? That's for you to choose. That's for you to decide. Unify and arm yourself and keep this mentality all the time. All power to the people.
All power to the people. Where can people find you? Like on social media?
I'm Chairman Paul Birdsong on Instagram. You can find the Black Panther Party for self-defense on TikTok and Instagram. Black Panther Party is split up by chapter, so whatever state you are in, if there's a chapter there, type in BPP and the name of your state and it should pop up.
Awesome.
And the other thing, though, guys, that you need to be aware of, and this is the other thing that I want to point out here, is the Black Panthers, like when people hear the name, they think of like a militant group, blah, blah, blah. But dude, these guys were like feeding people. You know what I'm saying? They were feeding their community. Like they do food banks. They do clothing drives. Okay. I mean, the same as Black Lives Matter. Okay. Black Lives Matter was the same way, right? Everybody thinks about Black Lives Matter and associates them with protests or MAGA thinks they're violent. But you go to like Baltimore, and Black Lives Matter was doing more of feeding the homeless and providing clothing to the homeless and shit than the fucking churches were. Okay? They are out there like really truly taking care of the community. And what's more though is they'll protect white people too, guys. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just against white supremacy and, the state-sanctioned slave patrols and the pipeline to prison and shit. They are not there just like to take care of the black community. Like they will stand up for anybody who's being oppressed by the fucking political structure. And dude, as a kid, I remember like I had those Collier's encyclopedias and they had the year in review. And I remember learning a lot about like the Black Panthers. Like, dude, the 60s, the civil rights movement, and what happened around the anti-Vietnam War movement, none of that shit would have happened or would have made it through the pipe without the Black Panthers, guys. Like, I don't even know if you understand. They provided enough like power, empowerment, and resistance to allow people to stand up against the system, you know? And like, I just can't even underestimate like the importance of that organization and how like the impact they had on, you know, like Barack Obama becoming president started with those fucking guys at a time when it was like really risky. The FBI, like systematically, the US government went after them. You know what I'm saying? And like, I mean, it just pisses me off because we have these ICE agents that are running around, you know, the car, ICE agents are under attack. And they are fucking clowns, man. There are people that gave up their lives fighting for freedom. And now we have a bunch of 𝗙𝗍𝗍 incel motherfucking clowns that are walking around like they're oppressed with this gaslighting about white oppression. Like, dude, white people being oppressed. Shit is bullshit, man. What is up, guys? Thank you so much for watching. You like the video, you want to support independent resistance media, you know what to do. Drop that sub, hit the like button, and please share it. And we do love our members, so if you want to become a member, it's another really great way to support. Thanks again for everything, guys. I'll see you next time. Let's go.